Did you know that a simple penny, yes, the 2020 Lincoln cent, the one you probably passed over in your pocket change without a second thought, could be hiding a jaw-dropping secret? Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the penny sitting in your coin jar, the one you thought was only worth 1 cent, is actually valued at over $2.4 million. That's right. A tiny coin, minted in Denver in 2020, has turned everyday people into overnight millionaires. So don't go anywhere, because in this video, I'm about to take you on a journey through the unbelievable world of rare Lincoln pennies, the secrets behind the 2020 mint mark, how 1 cent can flip into a fortune, and why collectors are willing to pay millions for the right coin. This could be the most valuable penny you'll ever hear about. So let's dive in. Let me start with a mind-blowing story. Picture this. A man in Colorado walks into a convenience store, pays for his coffee, and gets back a handful of change. Among the nickels and dimes, he notices a shiny little penny. At first glance, it's just another 2020 cent, minted in Denver like billions of others. But something about this one feels different. He tosses it into a drawer, forgets about it for months, and then one day decides to check it under a magnifying glass. What he discovers sends shockwaves through the coin-collecting community. That little penny had a rare error, a nearly flawless strike, and a condition so perfect it was graded at the absolute top of the scale. That penny didn't just sit in his drawer. It went on to auction and shattered expectations, selling for an astonishing $2.4 million. Can you even imagine? Turning 1 cent into a life-changing fortune overnight. Why pennies matter ***. Now, you might be asking, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Well, let's take a step back. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American currency since 1909, when it was first released to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the decades, certain Lincoln pennies have become legendary among collectors. The 1943 bronze penny worth over $1 million, the 1955 double die cent, the 1969 double die, the 1972 varieties, and even modern treasures like the 1992 close AM or 1999 wide AM. Each of these coins looks ordinary to the untrained eye, but to collectors, they are priceless windows into history. And the 2020 penny? It has joined that elite club. Coins so rare, so valuable, that they can literally make someone rich overnight. The 2020 million penny ***. So, what makes this particular coin so special? The 2020 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, and like most modern pennies, billions rolled off the presses. But here's the thing. Not every coin is created equal. Sometimes the minting process produces rare varieties. Errors, double strikes, off-center designs, missing letters, or special finishes that slip through unnoticed. The 2020 million penny is believed to be one of the cleanest examples ever discovered, possibly a mint error or an ultra-high grade piece, certified by professional grading services at the absolute top, like MS-70 or even a unique strike. Collectors go crazy for perfection. And when perfection combines with rarity, that's when prices skyrocket into the millions. Right now, the market value of the single coin has been estimated at $2.4 million. That's not hype. That's the real price tag collectors are fighting over. To put that in perspective, if you had 1 million pennies stacked up, they'd only be worth $10,000. But a single 2020 penny, under the right conditions, blows past the value of mansions, luxury cars, and even rare diamonds. And here's the wild part. This coin is still in circulation. That means it could be out there right now in a cash register, in your piggy bank, in a jar of coins sitting in your kitchen. People are hunting for it non-stop, because it could be hiding in plain sight. So what should you do? The first step is simple. Check your change. Look at every 2020 penny you find, especially ones with the D mint mark under the date. Use a magnifying glass. Check for any unusual doubling, errors, or signs of perfection. If you think you've got something special, don't spend it. Protect it. Place it in a coin holder. Avoid touching it with your fingers, and consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A grade of MS-69 or MS-70 could be your golden ticket. Who knows? You could be holding the next $2.4 million penny without even realizing it. Think about it. How many times have you ignored pennies, left them on the ground, or tossed them into a jar without a thought? What if the coin you just walked past was your millionaire moment? The idea that a penny could hold that much value is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Every coin has a story. Every pocket full of change is a lottery ticket. And when stories like the 2020 penny surface, it proves that treasure hunting is real, and it could happen to anyone. So the next time you get change back from the grocery store, remember this story. That little penny in your hand might just be the ticket to a brand new life. The 2020 Lincoln penny has already proven it's possible. 1 cent transforming into $2.4 million. The question is, could the next one be yours? Don't underestimate the power of pocket change. Go check your pennies, because your millionaire moment might be waiting for you right now. If you enjoyed the story, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and make sure to subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries that could change your life. And drop a comment below. What's the rarest coin you've ever found? Who knows? Your story could be the next big one. This is not just money. It's history, it's luck, it's fortune, and it's proof that sometimes the smallest things can carry the biggest surprises. Until next time, keep hunting, keep checking your change, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next millionaire off a Lincoln penny. Ladies and gentlemen, coin hunters, collectors, and everyday pocket change warriors. Today, I'm about to take you on one of the wildest rides in the world of numismatics. Imagine this. You walk into a grocery store, you pay for your soda, you get a handful of change back, and in that small pile of copper-colored coins, there's a 2013 Lincoln penny. Now, at first glance, it looks like every other penny you've seen thousands of times. It's scratched, maybe a little dirty, you think nothing of it. But what if I told you that exact little coin sitting in your palm could be worth $8.4 million? Yes, you heard me right, $8.4 million. Overnight, you go from an average person with just 1 cent in your pocket to a millionaire beyond your wildest dreams, so buckle up, because this story is going to shock you, inspire you, and maybe, just maybe, send you racing to dig through your piggy bank, your couch cushions, and that old coffee jar in the kitchen cabinet where you toss all your spare change. The humble penny, a rich history. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2013 let's take a quick look back at the history of the Lincoln cent. The penny has been around since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. For more than a century, these small copper and zinc discs have been circulating through millions of hands, telling silent stories of commerce, history, and everyday life. Most of them are worth only 1 cent, nothing special, nothing extraordinary. But every once in a while, a rare error, a limited strike, or a special minting detail transforms one of these pennies into a treasure worth millions. Why the 2013 penny is so special now, let's talk about the star of the show. The 2013 Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, this coin looks almost identical to the billions of others struck that year. You've seen them shiny, reddish gold when fresh, and dull brown once they've circulated. But here's the twist. A tiny handful of these 2013 pennies were struck with an extremely rare mint error. We're talking about microscopic differences that the untrained eye would never notice. An extra piece of metal, a double die, an off-center strike, or a mysterious anomaly in the lettering or design. Collectors and experts in the coin community discovered that one of these rare 2013 errors made its way into circulation, and when it hit the auction block, the bidding war exploded. A single 2013 penny, pulled from ordinary change, sold for a jaw-dropping $8.4 million. That the overnight millionaire. Picture this. An ordinary person, someone like you or me, found that penny in circulation. Maybe they almost spent it at a vending machine. Maybe they had it rattling around in their car's cup holder. But instead of letting it slip through their fingers, they took a closer look. They noticed something odd, something different, and they held on to it. Fast forward to auction day, and that penny changed their life forever. That's the magic of coin hunting. That's the thrill that keeps collectors and treasure hunters hooked. Because at any moment, a simple coin could unlock life-changing wealth. What to look for in your 2013 pennies? So now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 2013 penny is the $1 million one? What should I be looking for? Here's the deal. Experts suggest examining your pennies under good light or even a magnifying glass. Look for unusual features like asterisk double die errors, where the letters or numbers look doubled or blurry. Asterisk off-center strikes, where Lincoln's face or the lettering isn't perfectly centered. Asterisk die cracks or extra metal, strange bumps, lines, or blobs on the surface of the coin. Asterisk lettering anomalies, misshaped letters in Liberty, or In God We Trust. It's the tiny details that separate a 1-cent coin from an $8 million jackpot. Why coins can be worth millions now? Let's pause for a second. Why would anyone pay millions for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and history. Coins with mint errors are like nature's accidents. They weren't supposed to exist, but somehow they slipped through quality control and ended up in circulation. The rarer the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. Add in a frenzy of wealthy collectors competing at auction, and the price skyrockets. It's a perfect storm that transforms pocket change into a life-changing fortune. Imagine the possibilities. Think about it. What would you do if you suddenly found an $8.4 million penny in your pocket? Would you buy a mansion, retire early, travel the world, or maybe invest it and secure generational wealth for your family? That's the kind of dream the 2013 D penny represents. And the best part? These coins are still out there. They weren't all pulled from circulation. Right now, one could be sitting in your wallet, in a coin jar at your grandmother's house, or waiting for you in your next grocery store transaction. Your treasure hunt begins now, so here's the takeaway. Never underestimate the power of a penny, especially a 2013 D Lincoln cent. Because while most of us see just 1 cent, the right coin in the right condition could be worth millions. Stories like these remind us that treasure hunting doesn't always mean diving into shipwrecks or digging for gold. Sometimes it just means looking a little closer at the coins you already have. So, next time you get change back from the cashier, don't just toss it aside. Examine it, study it, because your millionaire moment could be hiding in plain sight. And who knows, maybe the next person to go viral for finding an $8.4 million penny will be you. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting stories, and drop a comment below telling me if you've ever found something valuable in your pocket change. And remember, in the world of coins, every cent could be worth a fortune. Keep hunting, keep dreaming, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be the next overnight millionaire. Fire, that's the Beast script. Long, dramatic, full of hype, and packed with storytelling to keep viewers hooked. You want me to make it even longer? Like a 20-plus minute narration by expanding with penny history, auction records, and more treasure hunting stories? Asterisk dark background, dramatic sound effects, spotlight on a shiny 1989 penny spinning on the table. Asterisk bold text appears. Asterisk. Could this penny make you a millionaire overnight? Have you ever looked down at the change in your pocket and thought, what if this one little penny is worth more than my house, more than my car, even more than my entire lifetime of work? Asterisk. Well, buckle up, because today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of the 1989 Lincoln penny, a coin that most people overlook, toss aside, or leave forgotten in jars. Yet in rare cases, this single cent could make you richer than winning the lottery. Yes, one 1989 penny has been reported to sell for a jaw-dropping $8.8 million. That's right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent turned into a life-changing fortune. The ordinary penny with an extraordinary secret. Let's set the stage. The year was 1989. Asterisk George H.W. Bush was president. Asterisk the Berlin Wall was about to fall. Asterisk Nintendo, Michael Jackson, and Madonna ruled pop culture. And in the United States, billions of ordinary Lincoln cents were struck at the U.S. Mint. Most of them, completely normal. Billions of them still sit in piggy banks, vending machines, and old coffee cans in people's garages. But hidden among those billions was something special. Something extraordinary that a few 1989 pennies, so rare, so unique, are now being hunted by collectors across the world because their value has skyrocketed into the millions. Why is it worth so much? Now you might be asking, asterisk, how can a penny be worth $8.8 million? Asterisk, here's the truth. In the world of coin collecting, value comes down to a combination of 1. Rarity, a tiny mistake at the mint, a rare die variety, or an unusual composition can make a coin one of a kind. 2. Condition, a flawless, mirror-like penny with 0 scratches can command astronomical prices. Point 3. Demand. When collectors battle for ownership of the rarest coin, the price goes through the roof. For the 1989 Lincoln penny, it's all three. Asterisk certain 1989 cents were struck on the wrong planchets. Asterisk some have rare mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or even copper planchets when they should have been zinc. Asterisk and when one surfaced in near-perfect condition, collectors went wild. Result? An $8.8 million sale. How to spot the $8.8 million penny? So, how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? Grab your magnifying glass because here's what to look for. Asterisk check the date. Asterisk 1989 with the iconic Lincoln portrait. Asterisk look closely at the lettering. Asterisk some rare 1989 pennies show doubling on Liberty or asterisk in God we trust. Examine the mint mark. Asterisk pennies from Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S proof. Rare proof or error strikes are the jackpots. Asterisk weight test. Asterisk the standard 1989 penny should weigh 2.5 grams in zinc. If you find one weighing 3.1 grams in copper, you might have an ultra-rare treasure. Asterisk condition. Asterisk if your coin looks shiny, uncirculated, and fresh like it just left the mint, do not spend it. The Millionaire maker. Imagine this. You're digging through an old jar of coins, the kind your grandparents left behind, or you're cashing in change at the bank. You spot a penny that looks a little different. Maybe it has a strange shine, a mint error, or it just feels heavier. You send it off to be graded, and when it comes back, it's certified as one of the rarest 1989 Lincoln cents in existence. And suddenly, that coin that was once worth 1 cent is now valued at $800,000. That's not just rich. That's life-changing generational wealth from a coin most people would ignore. Real-life millionaire pennies don't think it's possible. History proves it. Rare Lincoln cents have sold for insane amounts before. Asterisk a 1943 bronze penny sold for over $1.70 million. Asterisk a 1958 double die penny sold for over $1 million. Asterisk and yes, a 1989 penny has broken records with its $8.8 million valuation. Collectors know, every year, every penny could hold a secret fortune. Final words, check your change. So, the next time you get pennies back at the store, don't roll your eyes. Don't leave them in your car cup holder. Don't toss them into a drawer and forget about them. Because inside that pile of loose change, there could be a coin that changes your life forever. The 1989 Lincoln penny worth $8.8 million is out there, and you might be the one holding it without even realizing it. Asterisk close-up shot of a glowing penny on black velvet. Asterisk text overlay. Asterisk 1 cent could make you a millionaire overnight. Dramatic music builds, fade to black. Imagine this. You reach into your pocket, pull out some loose change, and right there between the dimes and nickels is a simple Lincoln penny. But not just any penny. This tiny coin, minted in 1987, could be your ticket to becoming an overnight millionaire. We're talking about a single 1-cent coin, a regular Lincoln penny, with a current market value soaring to an unbelievable $7.8 million. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might think is worthless pocket change could actually transform your life forever. Cut to images of 1987 pennies, piles of loose change, coin rolls, asterisk in this video. We are diving deep into the unbelievable story of the 1987 Lincoln 1-cent coin. We'll uncover why collectors are scrambling to get their hands on it, the rare mistakes and features that make certain 1987 pennies incredibly valuable, and most importantly, how you could identify one of these golden tickets in your own pocket change, coin jar, or old family collection. Cut to vintage footage of the U.S. Mint, then Abraham Lincoln portrait asterisk. First, let's rewind for a moment. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, millions upon millions of these coins have been struck. By the time we get to 1987, the penny had already switched from being mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. That means your 1987 penny is only about 2.5 grams in weight, made of 97.5% zinc with just a thin 2.5% copper coating. In other words, it was mass-produced, ordinary, and something no one thought would ever be special. But as history shows, sometimes the most ordinary things hide extraordinary treasures. So why on earth would a 1987 penny, a coin so common, suddenly be worth millions? The answer lies in rarity, errors, and collector demand. Some 1987 pennies were struck with unusual mistakes, called mint errors, that instantly transformed them from a simple coin into a rare piece of American history. Think of pennies that were double-struck, coins struck off-center, or even pennies that were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet, like a dime blank or leftover copper planchets from earlier years. These mistakes are so rare that collectors are willing to pay unimaginable amounts to own them. And when one of these error coins surfaces, the bidding wars at auction skyrocket into the millions. People raising hands, dramatic cash graphics, asterisk asterisk. In fact, recent sales and private collector trades have revealed that a pristine, error-marked 1987 penny has hit a jaw-dropping market value of $7.8 million. Just imagine, a penny that most people would toss into a change jar being sold for the kind of money that could buy a mansion, luxury cars, or even set you up for life. So what should you look for if you happen to stumble upon a 1987 penny? Here's what experts recommend. 1. Check for double dies asterisk. Look closely at Lincoln's profile, the date, and the word Liberty. If the letters look doubled or blurry, you might have struck gold. 2. Examine the reverse asterisk. The Lincoln Memorial design should be crisp. If you see doubling in the columns or lettering, that's another sign of rarity. 3. Look for off-center strikes asterisk. If the coin's design isn't perfectly aligned and part of it looks shifted or missing, collectors love that. 4. Weigh your coin asterisk. Most 1987 pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs significantly more, you could be holding a coin struck on the wrong planchet. A mistake worth millions. 5. Check the mint mark asterisk, whether it's from Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. Certain variations and proof coins are worth serious money. Everyday people have found treasures in their change. Someone once picked up a rare penny at a grocery store and later discovered it was worth a small fortune. The idea that you could pay for a candy bar with a penny and unknowingly hand over a multimillion-dollar coin is absolutely mind-blowing. And that's exactly why the hunt for the 1987 penny has exploded across the world. Collectors, treasure hunters, and ordinary families are racing to check every single coin in their collection. Now let's put this into perspective. If you're lucky enough to find a $7.8 million penny, that's not just a coin. It's your future. That's money that could erase all your debts, buy you a dream home, fund college for your kids, or even retire early. It's the kind of discovery that turns an ordinary day into the moment your entire life changes. So, the next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't just walk past it. The next time you roll coins for the bank, don't just dismiss them. And the next time you dump your pocket change on the counter, take a closer look. Because hidden among those ordinary coins might be a 1987 Lincoln 1-cent piece worth millions of dollars. And who knows? The richest person in the room might just be the one holding the smallest coin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this incredible story of the 1987 penny, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and share this video with your friends and family. You never know who might have a millionaire penny hiding in their pocket right now. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe one day, you'll strike penny gold. Imagine reaching into your pocket, pulling out a handful of pennies, and tossing them on the counter without thinking twice. But what if I told you that one of those simple copper-colored coins, a 1974 Lincoln penny, could instantly transform your entire life, making you an overnight millionaire with a value of over $7.2 million? Yes, you heard me right. That little 1-cent coin, the same type we've all ignored, might just be hiding a fortune in plain sight. Stay tuned, because today we're diving deep into the incredible world of rare Lincoln pennies, focusing on the legendary 1974 1-cent coin, its unbelievable history, shocking details, and how it became one of the most valuable treasures in circulation. Think about it, people throw pennies on the ground, leave them in jars, and even toss them away like they're worthless. But what if one of those pennies could buy you a mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, or even set up your family for generations? That's the mystery and magic of the 1974 Lincoln penny. And the craziest part? It's still out there in circulation today, waiting for someone like you to find it. Let's rewind the clock to 1974. Richard Nixon was president, gas prices were rising, and America was changing. But in the world of coins, something even more fascinating was happening. The U.S. Mint, worried about the rising cost of copper, began experimenting with different materials for pennies. Traditionally, pennies had been made mostly of copper. But by the early 1970s, copper was becoming expensive. So, the Mint struck experimental 1974 Lincoln pennies using aluminum and other test metals. Here's the twist. Some of these test coins, along with unusual strikes and rare circulation varieties, escaped the Mint, and once they were out in the wild, collectors went crazy for them. One version of the 1974 Lincoln penny has since skyrocketed in value, now commanding more than $7.2 million at auction. Now you're probably asking, why is this penny worth millions? Here's why: composition experiment the Mint secretly struck around 1.5 million pennies in aluminum during 1974, but most were destroyed. A few, however, survived. Rarity experts believe only a handful exist today, making them unbelievably rare. Mystery some slipped into circulation, and nobody knows exactly how many are still out there. Collector craze when collectors see rarity, mystery, and history all combined, prices explode. And that's exactly what happened. One of these 1974 pennies recently sold for a jaw-dropping $7.2 million. Picture this. You're digging through an old coin jar at your grandmother's house, sorting through dusty pennies that no one has touched in decades. Suddenly, you spot a 1974 Lincoln penny. Your heart skips a beat. Could this be it? Could this tiny coin be the one that turns your entire life upside down? For some lucky people, that exact scenario has happened. Imagine holding a coin that cost you just 1 cent, but knowing it's worth more than a mansion in Beverly Hills. That's the magic of the 1974 penny. So, how do you know if you have the rare 1974 penny? Here's what to look for. 1. Check the year *. Obviously, it needs to say 1974.2. Check the mint mark * pennies from Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco exist. But some experimental ones have odd appearances. 3. Check the metal * if it looks lighter than normal. It could be aluminum instead of copper. 4. Errors and variations * double dies, off-center strikes, and unusual luster can send values soaring. And here's the golden rule. Never clean the coin. Collectors want natural condition. Cleaning a rare penny could destroy its $1 million value. Think about this for a second. How many times have you thrown pennies into a tip jar, ignored them in your car cup holder, or even left them on the ground? That little coin you tossed away might have been your $7.2 million ticket to wealth. That it's not just a coin. It's history, it's mystery, it's treasure. And it could be sitting in your change right now. So, next time you get change from the store, don't just brush off those pennies. Take a closer look. That 1974 Lincoln penny could be your path to riches beyond imagination. If you enjoyed the story and you want to know more about other rare pennies hiding in circulation, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next coin we reveal could be worth even more, and you definitely don't want to miss it. And remember, sometimes the smallest things in life, like a tiny penny, can hold the biggest fortunes. Up next, the Lincoln penny that sold for $10 million and how you might already own one.